In this video lesson, we're going to be going over how to use the mortgage formula. And for these questions, you're going to be given three different values. M represents the mortgage amount, how much money you are borrowing. R is the interest rate, and just like you did for the interest questions, you need to convert the interest into a decimal. And Y is the years of the mortgage, usually going to be 30 years for mortgage problems. And the key is to have the mortgage formula correct when you plug in your values, plugging into the appropriate formula. So problem number one, you go to a bank to acquire a mortgage of $375,000. They give you a 4.99% interest rate, and the mortgage runs for 30 years. Letter A, what will the monthly payments be to the bank? So let's plug those three values that are given into the mortgage formula. The M value, $375,000. The interest rate R, 4.99%. So we're going to move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So that's going to turn into 0.0499. And Y, the years of a mortgage, and our problem is going to be 30. So we're going to substitute those three values into the mortgage formula. So here the monthly payment, that's going to be equal to letter M, which is 375,000, parentheses, 1 plus R over 12, so 1 plus 0.0499 over 12, close parentheses, raised to the 12y power, so that's going to be 12 times 30th power, times another R over 12, so times another 0.0499 over 12. That entire expression is all over again, 1 plus R over 12, 1 plus 0.0499 over 12, close parentheses, raised to the 12y power, so 12 times 30th power, and then not in the exponent spot, but still in the denominator, take away 1. And the challenge is going to be, when you do these questions, to have your calculator match exactly what you see in this mortgage formula. And you're going to be using the alpha y equals fraction template all sorts of times. The formula itself is a fraction, so you want to start off with using alpha y equals. But then for each of these parts, here you have a fraction, here you have a fraction, and here you have a fraction. You want to use your fraction template multiple times. So you start off with the fraction template and then use it 3 additional times. Make sure when you type this in, and I'll show you my calculator screenshot now, you want to make sure that the second part of this expression is not in the exponent spot, but just in the numerator. Make sure this minus 1 again is not in the exponent spot. So you want your calculator to look exactly like it looks when you plug into the formula. And for this first one, what I'll do is I'll put my answer up now. And I want you to take a picture and include it on this video lesson. Here it turns out that for this mortgage, you're going to be paying $2,010, and then the third decimal place is a 9, so that makes the 78 turn into 79 cents. So it's $2,010.79 per month. Your calculator has to match exactly what you see when you plug into the formula. A lot of times it takes you a couple problems to get good at the actual syntax of typing this thing in properly. But to repeat, you use that alpha y equals menu over and over when you use this interest formula. So we're going to look at a couple more examples in this video lesson I want you to include your pictures in your work for all of these questions. But now the next part of the question, it says, how much in interest will you pay for this mortgage? Well, here's where we're going to do some math. We're paying $2,010.79 per month for this mortgage. And this mortgage is for a total of 30 years. So take the monthly payment, and first we're going to multiply it by 12, because if you're paying $2,010.79 per month, and there's 12 months per year, you're basically making 12 payments per year for your mortgage. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to multiply your monthly payment by 12. So that means you're paying $24,129.48 per year for your mortgage, because you're paying $2,010.79 per month and you're making 12 monthly payments. So every year you're paying a little over $24,000 for your mortgage. But the mortgage is running for 30 years. So now we're going to take that value, that $24,129.48, and we're going to multiply it by 30, because this is going to be how much you pay for 30 years for your mortgage. So take that previous answer, multiply it by 30. So over the 30 years, you're going to be paying this much for your mortgage. You're going to be paying $723,884.40. So that's going to be the total you pay over the 30 years. Now the question didn't ask you for that. The question asked you for how much in interest did you pay. Well, if you're borrowing $375,000, the M value in the mortgage formula was $375,000. So that's how much you're borrowing from the bank. You're getting a loan for this much, but you're paying the bank back $723,884.40. So the way you calculate the interest that you're going to pay is you subtract how much you borrowed. You're going to subtract the $375,000 from the $723,884.40 you pay back. So when you subtract those two values, the interest that you end up paying for this mortgage is going to be $348,884 and, to two decimal places, 40 cents. So that's how much extra, that's how much interest you pay for your mortgage. Problem 2, you are taking out a mortgage of $250,000 at a 5.25% interest rate that runs for 30 years. So here the mortgage amount, M, is going to be $250,000. The interest rate, R, as a decimal, 5.25%. So we're going to move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So here our R is 0.0525. And the question says the mortgage runs for 30 years. So here comes. So now we need to substitute into that mortgage formula. So it's going to be a big fraction. We start off with M, our mortgage amount, which in this case is going to be $250,000. Parentheses 1 plus R over 12. Well, here our R is 0.0525. So 0.0525 over 12, close parentheses, raised to the 12 times y, 12 times 30th power, times another r over 12. So we're going to go times another 0.0525 over 12. So that's going to be our entire numerator. Then we'll divide that by, again, the 1 plus r over 12, so 0.0525 over 12. Close parentheses, raised to the 12y power, so that's 12 times 30th power. And then in the denominator, we take away 1. So now we need to enter this entire expression into our calculator. Take a half minute, try to type that into your calculator, and see what your monthly payment is. Because this formula, when you substitute in, gives you the monthly payment for your mortgage. So here is my calculator screenshot without the answer, so you can just double check and make sure all of your values are there. Common mistake students make is after you type in this 30 for the 30th power, then you need to move the cursor out of the exponent spot by pressing to the right, and then you type in the times symbol. Then you need to do another fraction. Remember, you're using this alpha y equals many different times for this formula. So here the monthly payment, and again the key is to remember that this is how much you pay per month for your mortgage. Here the monthly payment turns out to be $1,380, and you always go to the third decimal place, that's 9, so it kicks that 0 up to 1. So in this case, $1,380.51. Now what we need to do is we need to try to figure out how much in interest this mortgage is costing you. So what's going to happen is you're going to take your monthly payment. You're going to take your $1,380.51. This is your monthly payment, so we're going to multiply it by 12 because there's 12 months per every year. So that means this next number is going to tell you how much per year your mortgage is going to be. So here you're going to be paying $16,566.12 per year of your mortgage. So you always take your monthly payment and you start off by multiplying it by 12 to figure out how much per year you're paying. But remember, mortgages are 30-year mortgages mostly for houses. So now you're going to take this number that you pay per year, multiply it by 30. So that'll give you the money that you pay over the entire 30-year mortgage. So take that previous answer, multiply that by 30 on your calculator. So over the 30 years, you're going to be paying the bank back $496,983. And if you go to two decimal places, 60 cents. This is how much you pay over 30 years paying your mortgage. But that's not how much the bank gave you. Remember, you mortgaged $250,000 to buy this house. So basically the bank is giving you $250,000 before you even start paying your mortgage, so that way you can buy your house. But you're paying the bank back this $496,000 figure. So to figure out the amount of interest that you pay, you're going to take the $496,983.60, and you're going to subtract the $250,000 that you borrowed. So this is what you do. You take your monthly payment, multiply it by 12, and then by 30, and then you subtract how much money you mortgaged. So here you're paying the bank back $246,983.60. That's how much in interest you're paying. That's how much extra you're paying the bank. Problem 3, you are taking out a mortgage of $350,000. The bank is giving you 3.99% interest, and the mortgage runs traditionally for 30 years. Letter A, what will the monthly payments be to the bank? So once again, we're going to be plugging into the mortgage formula. M, the amount of money that you're mortgaging, $350,000. The interest rate R is 3.99%. But remember, you have to move the decimal point 2 places to the left, so that's going to be 0.0399. So that's our R value. And Y is the time in years, which in this case is going to be 30. So we're going to take those three values, plug them into our interest formula. So our monthly payment is going to be M, 350,000, times 1 plus R over 12, so 1 plus 0.0399 over 12, raised to the 12y power, so that's 12 times 30th power, times another R over 12, so times 0.0399 over 12. That's our entire numerator. That's all going to be over, again, 1 plus 0.0399 over 12, raised to the 12y, so 12 times 30th power, take away 1. Take a moment, enter this expression into your calculator, see if you can figure out what the monthly payment is going to be to the bank. I'll give you 1 minute. Once again, always make sure you know where your cursor is. After you type in your exponents, then move the cursor out of the exponent spot to type in the rest of the expression. So here the monthly payment for this problem is going to be $1,668, and then this 6 kicks the 3 up to 4, so it makes it $1,668.94 per month. So that's how much your monthly mortgage payment is going to be. Now we're going to go about calculating the interest. So we're going to take your monthly payment, so take the $1,668.94. You're going to multiply that by 12 because that's how many months per year. And then you're going to take that and multiply it by 30 for 30 years. So you can multiply it all at once or in 2 stages. So per year, you're paying the bank $20,027.28. But then there's 30 years for the mortgage. So you take that 20,000 number and you multiply it by 30 for the 30 years. So over the 30 years, you're paying the bank $600,818.40. Now that's not the interest, that's how much you are paying for the 30 years. You borrowed $350,000. So the bank is giving you $350,000, and in return you're paying the bank back over $600,000. So you have to subtract those two values. You always subtract your M value from how much you're paying over the 30 years to figure out how much in interest you're paying the bank back. So here you're paying the bank $250,818.40 in interest. So for the right to borrow $350,000, you're paying the bank back the $350,000 that you borrowed, plus an additional over $250,000. So this is how much extra you have to pay the bank back in order to get that $350,000 loan. I'll do the last question a little bit differently. I want you to try to set this one up yourself. You are taking out a mortgage of $400,000. Here the interest rate is 4.55% for 30 years. I'll give you a minute to try to simplify letter A. How much will the monthly payments be to the bank? So here the monthly mortgage payment is going to be M, so that's going to be the $400,000 times 1 plus R over 12, 1 plus 0.0455 over 12, raised to the 12 times Y, 12 times 30th power, times another R over 12, 0.0455 over 12, all over 1 plus 0.0455 over 12, raised to the 12 times Y, 12 times 30th power, but now we're going to take away 1. Give you one more minute, and then I'll put my work up on the TV for you. Once you get good with these questions, you can simply copy and paste from the previous problem and then change the values that you need. Change your M value, change all 3 of your R values. Most of the time, the years stays as 30 years. So you can move the cursor back to where you typed the last problem in, change the M and change the 3 R's to go about getting your answer in a quicker way. Here, the monthly payment turns out to be $2,038.64. Remember, that's how much per month you have to pay for your mortgage. So far, we're going to talk a little bit later in a future video lesson about interest and taxes and everything that else goes into your monthly mortgage payment. Okay, so now we're going to calculate how much in interest you pay. So first we'll take that monthly payment, multiply it by 12 because there's 12 months per year, and then we'll take that answer and we'll multiply that by 30 because there's 30 years over the course of your mortgage. So this time what I did was I took the 2,038.64, multiplied it by 12, and then again by 30. So that means over the 30 years, you're going to be paying the bank $733,910.40. That's how much you pay over the 30 years. But you borrowed $400,000. So you're borrowing $400,000. The bank is giving you $400,000. You're paying the bank back that $733,000 number, which means you're going to now subtract to get how much in interest you pay. So here you're paying $333,910.40 in interest.